Charles Bronson, born Charles Dennis Buczynski on November 3, 1921, in Pennsylvania, emerged from humble beginnings to become one of Hollywood's most iconic tough guy actors. Raised in a poor Lithuanian-American family, Bronson was one of 15 children and worked in the coal mines of Pennsylvania from a young age after losing his father. This early exposure to harsh labor and adversity helped shape his rugged persona, which would later define his career. A World War II veteran, Bronson served as a tail gunner in the Pacific, surviving 25 missions and earning a Purple Heart. After the war, he studied art under the GY Bill, eventually turning to acting. He adopted the more Americanized name Bronson to avoid the stigma of his Eastern European roots during the Cold War era. This would mark the beginning of a storied career in Hollywood that spanned 5 decades. Early film career and breakthrough. Bronson's early film career began in the 1950s with small and often uncredited roles, often in B-grade movies. His breakthrough role came in 1960 with the iconic film The Magnificent Seven, where he portrayed Bernardo O'Reilly. He followed this success with The Great Escape in 1963, playing the claustrophobic Polish tunneler Danny Walensky. These roles showcased Bronson's ability to play stoic yet deeply human characters, earning him recognition for his unique blend of toughness and vulnerability. However, it was his portrayal of a peaceful architect turned vigilante in Death Wish, 1974, that truly solidified his status as a Hollywood legend. His gritty and powerful performance tapped into the public's growing concerns about crime and justice, making him the definitive vigilante hero of the 1970s and 1980s. Rise to international stardom. By the 1970s, Bronson had become an international superstar, particularly in Europe, where his stoic, no-nonsense characters resonated deeply with audiences. Films like Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968, and Rider on the Rain, 1970, proved that Bronson's appeal extended beyond American borders. In fact, he became particularly beloved in France and Italy, where he was affectionately referred to as Le Sacre Monster, or the Sacred Monster by the French press. While his American films earned him fame in Hollywood, it was his European roles that earned him widespread acclaim. Despite his international success, Bronson remained a private, reserved man, staying away from the Hollywood social scene and avoiding public interviews. His intense physical presence, combined with his minimalist acting style, made him a unique figure in the world of action films. Iconic roles and reputation. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Bronson continued to star in gritty, action-packed films, including Hard Times, 1975, Breakheart Pass, 1975, and The Mechanic, 1972, further reinforcing his image as the quintessential tough guy. What set Bronson apart from his peers was his ability to convey emotion and authority with a simple glance or a clenched jaw. He was known for his minimalist approach to acting, avoiding the over-the-top theatrics common in Hollywood action films. His films often portrayed lone, stoic figures who were unwilling to conform to societal expectations, which appealed to audiences who longed for a more authentic, grounded representation of heroism. Bronson's portrayal of the brooding anti-hero became a staple in action cinema, and he developed a reputation for being both a brilliant actor and a formidable screen presence. Personal life and marriages. Despite his tough guy image, Bronson's personal life revealed a man capable of deep love and commitment. His first marriage was to Harriet Tendler, whom he met in 1947. They married in 1949, and she played an instrumental role in supporting Bronson during his early career struggles. The couple had 2 children, Suzanne and Tony. However, their marriage became strained due to Bronson's rising fame and the pressures of his career. In 1965, after 16 years of marriage, they divorced. In 1968, Bronson married actress Jill Ireland, a woman he had met on the set of The Great Escape, 1963. Their relationship was both personal and professional, as they appeared together in several films, including Death Wish 2, 1982, and 10 to Midnight, 1983. They had a blended family, raising 7 children together. Bronson's commitment to his family remained strong throughout his life, and the couple shared a peaceful life in Vermont, away from Hollywood's pressures. Family tragedy and legacy. Bronson's life was marked by personal tragedy when Jill Ireland was diagnosed with breast cancer in the late 1980s. Throughout her battle with the disease, Bronson remained steadfast by her side, and Jill became a vocal advocate for cancer awareness. Sadly, she passed away in 1990 at the age of 54, which devastated Bronson. His grief was deeply personal, and he withdrew from the public eye for a time. Bronson's loss of Jill was the most significant blow in his life, but he eventually found companionship again with Kim Weeks, whom he married in 1998. The couple remained together until Bronson's death in 2003. Bronson's health had declined significantly by this point, and he passed away from complications related to lung cancer, a disease that had been exacerbated by his long history of smoking. Despite his death, Charles Bronson's legacy as a tough, no-nonsense actor lives on through his iconic roles and his impact on action films. Rivalry. With James Coburn, Charles Bronson's career was not without its personal rivalries, the most notable of which was with fellow actor James Coburn. The animosity between the two men began during the filming of The Magnificent Seven, 1960, where their contrasting personalities created tension on set. Bronson, who valued authenticity and minimalism in acting, saw Coburn's relaxed, almost playful demeanor as insincere. Coburn, a fan of Zen philosophy and known for his suave charm, often engaged in practical jokes and pranks on set, which Bronson reportedly found irritating. Their rivalry deepened in the 1970s and 1980s as both men became major stars in their own right, with Coburn winning acclaim for his artistic range and Bronson often being typecast in tough guy roles. Despite their professional success, they never worked together again, and their relationship remained strained until Bronson's death. The final years and death. In his later years, Charles Bronson retreated from the spotlight, choosing to live a quieter life with his third wife, Kim Weeks, in Vermont. His health began to deteriorate in the 1990s, and he was diagnosed with lung cancer, a condition that ultimately led to his death on August 30th, 2003. The official cause of death was respiratory failure due to metastatic lung cancer, compounded by chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and congestive cardiomyopathy. Despite his struggles in his final years, Bronson remained a figure of immense respect and admiration. His death marked the end of an era for action films, and his contributions to the genre are still remembered today. Bronson was laid to rest in Brownsville Cemetery in Vermont, a peaceful and fitting final resting place for a man who had spent much of his life away from the public eye. A legacy of toughness and integrity, Charles Bronson's legacy as one of Hollywood's most iconic tough guy actors remains intact, even years after his passing. Known for his intense, stoic performances and his dedication to authenticity, Bronson redefined the action genre. His career, marked by roles in films like Death Wish and The Magnificent Seven, left an indelible mark on cinema. What set Bronson apart from his contemporaries was his ability to convey strength and emotion through subtle expressions and minimal dialogue, a skill that has influenced countless actors in the years since. Though his personal life was marked by tragedy and turmoil, Bronson's commitment to family and his unwavering dedication to his craft have made him a lasting symbol of toughness, integrity, and resilience in the world of cinema.